Puerto Rico. When I said that, what are some of the things that came to mind? For a lot of people, when I say Puerto Rico, the first thing that comes to mind is food. Although correct, Puerto Rico is known for their really good food, I think that their culture is a little bit more than just the food. To me, I think location, music, and of course the food are major parts of the Puerto Rican culture. Puerto Rico is an island territory of the United States, which a lot of people I feel like don't know, and because it is an island territory of the United States, that means that you don't need a passport to get there. You can simply just get on a plane, 2.5 hours, and you're in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico lies between the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean. The island is made up of steep mountains, but is surrounded by beautiful, beautiful waters. San Juan, Puerto Rico's capital, has one of the biggest and best nature harbors in the Caribbean, says Tahir and Anderson from Salem Press Encyclopedia. San Juan, Puerto Rico's capital, is also really known for a fort they have there called the El Morro, which is a fort that they built to protect their territory. I would compare the fort in San Juan to the fort that we have in Florida, St. Augustine. I would say they're very similar in comparison and used for some of the same situations. With Puerto Rico, another huge thing of their culture is the music. Different types of music has come from the island, which because of different types of music, there's also tons of different musicians that came from the island itself, like Daddy Yankee, Bad Bunny, Ozuna, La Lupe. La Lupe was super famous in her time. Because of the different musicians, there's obviously different genres of music that leads from salsa to reggaeton to merengue. And with all these different types of music, there's different dances, and Puerto Ricans love to dance. You can dance salsa, you can dance merengue, and you can dance these dances anywhere. People dance them at festivals, house parties, anywhere that there is space to dance, Puerto Ricans will be dancing. Puerto Rico also has some of the best traditional Spanish food. A huge thing in Puerto Rico are the tostones. Now, there's two different types of tostones. There's the regular tostones that are the crispy fried green plantains that you can use. I like to think of them as like chips on the side of your main entree. A lot of people eat the tostones with rice and beans and a meat. It's just more of like a side dish. So you have the tostones, which are the crispy fried plantains, and then there's maduros, which are also plantains, but they're more sweet, savory, soft fried, almost like a dessert. So a lot of people would eat the maduros after their entree, after their dinner. In Puerto Rico, a huge meat there is the pernil. Pernil is like this pork pig that they roast all day. Sometimes you can see the pig itself being roasted in front of you, which a lot of people do not find appetizing, but a lot of people, they roast it overnight or they roast it all day and it just falls right off the bone. A lot of Puerto Ricans love it, although it might not seem very appetizing seeing it roast right in front of you. And then back to the tostones. A huge thing in Puerto Rico is mofongo. Now, mofongo is tostones that they kind of took, broken apart, and then mushed together. I like to think of it as like a huge thing of mashed potatoes, but it's not mashed potatoes, it's plantains. But it's almost like you can eat it as like a side thing. A lot of people eat the mofongo with pernil, but you can also eat it with seafood like shrimp or fish. But you mostly eat it like a typical meal is the mofongo with the pernil and some tostones on the side, and then maduros afterwards. Location, music, and food are big pieces when it comes to Puerto Rican culture. And not only that, but with even some of these little pieces, you can become fully immersed in the culture itself without even stepping foot on the island. So my advice is go out, listen to some Spanish music, grab some Spanish food, and enjoy your little piece of Puerto Rico.